and will bankrupt our country. And we're going to continue to do everything we can to make sure that this law never, ever gets implemented. And whether it's defunding it, whether it's crippling it, I really do believe that this is bad for America and it has to be stopped.
Right.
Another thing we did early on was to reaffirm our support for the Hyde Amendment, making sure that no taxpayer funds were used for elective abortion. We also reinstated the ban on abortions here in the District of Columbia. And we reinstated the Hope Scholarship Program for poor kids right here in D.C. We've taken a lot of actions thus far to keep our commitments to the American people, but we got one big looming problem. We got $14.3 trillion worth of debt. We've got a budget deficit this year of $1.5 trillion. 42 cents out of every dollar the federal government is going to spend this year, we're going to have to borrow. And it's our kids and our grandkids that are going to have to pay the bill. The President asked us in January to increase the debt limit with no preconditions. Just give me an increase in the debt limit of $2 trillion. I told the President, Mr. President, there is not going to be an increase in the debt ceiling without real cuts in spending and real changes to the revenue spending. I went to New York a couple of weeks ago, outlined all of my concerns in a speech before the New York Economic Club about the need to address our spending addiction and the need to address our long-term fiscal challenges. We've got serious problems. We have spent more money than what we've taken in 45 of the last 50 years. Everybody knows we can't continue to do this. So I think this is the moment of opportunity. And I've told the President this privately, and I've told him publicly. This is the moment. This is the moment for all of us to deal with America's big issues. I've watched the leaders over the last 20 years I've been in Washington. Every year this issue comes up. And every year when it comes up, what happens? I watched the leaders in the past look up at this problem like they were looking at a mountain. They'd look up and they'd see how tall it was. They'd see how steep the mountain was. And you know what they would do? Kick the can down the road another year. Well, guess what? We're running out of road to kick the can down. Now is the time to address America's big issues. So there have been conversations going on. Vice President Biden's got some conversations going on. Eric Cantor, our majority leader, is doing a great job representing our interest in those talks. But the President the other day, when we were at the White House, all the Republican members of the House, the President said he'd like to get this wrapped up in 30 days. Well, let me tell you what, I'd like to get them wrapped up in 30 days too. But I told the President, if we're going to get this wrapped up in 30 days, it is time to get engaged. You heard from Paul Ryan earlier today. We outlined our plan when we passed our budget back in April.
Yes, sir.
We made it clear the kind of policies that we think that we need to put in place in order to preserve America's future, in order to preserve and protect Medicare. So we've laid our plan out there. But where's the President's plan? There is no plan.
That's right.
And if the President won't lead, we will. I'll say it one more time. This is the moment of opportunity. This is the time to quit kicking the can down the road. This is the time to quit whistling past the graveyard. This is the time to stand up and do what's right for our country.
Yes.
You know, my parents taught me something, I taught my kids, and it's something I talk to my colleagues about, at least once a month. And it's real simple. If you do the right things for the right reasons, good things will happen.
Yeah.
And, you know, over my 60 plus years on this face of the earth, I've tried to live up to that. And we know this challenge is in front of us. I just don't understand why we just wouldn't belly up to the bar and get it finished. Why not look each other in the eye and realize that doing the right things for the right reasons are good for our country? You know, my 8 brothers and I went to an all-boys Catholic high school in Cincinnati, a place called Boehner High School. Won a lot of state football championships after I was there. But we played for a guy named Jerry Faust, who went on to coach at Notre Dame, kind of a legendary Ohio high school football coach. And we said more prayers before practice, we said prayers during practice, we said prayers after practice. Now, my goodness, the day of a game, we prayed all day long. But I got to high school, and I began to think one day about what I learned from Coach Faust. And he can really all boil it down to this. He can prove to us that there's nothing in this world that you can't accomplish, nothing in this world that you can't succeed at, if you're willing to work hard enough, if you're willing to make the sacrifices that are necessary. America's a great country. It's the land of opportunity. And all of us in this room have had that opportunity. But we all know that the bigger the government gets, the smaller the people get. We all know that the more the government takes from the American people, the less they have to invest in themselves, their family, their business, or their community. This fight that we're in to save America's future is about our kids and our grandkids. It isn't about us. And if we want to make sure that our kids have the kind of opportunities that we've had, now is the time to stand up and to fight for their future. God bless you and God bless our